The UK is to legislate a whole host of crypto activities starting this summer. And so in this video, we're going to look at how the UK will make regulatory allowances for stablecoins, staking, custody, and more. Today's episode is sponsored by Cake Wallet, where you can send, receive, and even exchange your crypto right from within the wallet. Cake Wallet is open source and non-custodial, so you control your own private keys. Available today on iOS, macOS, Android, and Linux. And StealthEX, a privacy-centric crypto exchange which enables you to make crypto-to-crypto exchanges anonymously. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back again to Enter Crypto with me, Chris Kenyon. I've found an article here on the UK's, well, what they're saying is a whole host, that is their words, not mine, of crypto activities, and that they basically want to regulate everything now. So they're going through stable coins, staking, custody of Bitcoin, or of crypto in general, and all kinds of stuff. So let's quickly dive into this article, give it a quick read through, and then see what we can learn, and we'll comment after. So the UK Economic Secretary to the Treasury, Bim Afellamy, said the country is working on legislation for crypto regulations permitting several activities. Speaking at the Innovative Finance Global Summit in 2024, on April the 15th, Afellamy emphasised the regulatory regime's far-reaching nature and said the change would bring a whole host of crypto activities within regulatory bounds. The regime specifically addresses stablecoins and staking. The rules also allow companies to provide crypto exchange services and custody over customer crypto holdings. The regulations have broader implications for the UK. Afellamy called the UK's regulatory regime for crypto a cornerstone in its position as a fintech world leader. He additionally said the UK is committed to creating a regulatory environment that allows innovation while protecting consumers. The UK government plans to deliver legislation for its final proposals around the crypto regime in June or July, which is before the government's summer recess. The UK finalised its approach to crypto regulations in October 2023. According to official documents, the rules address issues such as lending activities and market abuse, in addition to the focus areas mentioned by Afellamy. The rules avoid banning crypto or treating unbacked crypto as a form of gambling rather than a regulated financial service. And Afellamy previously discussed the timeline at a February event hosted by Coinbase. He said the government aims to advance legislation as soon as possible, and the rules may be approved in the coming 6 months. The UK government has separately considered the digital security sandbox since November 2023, and in April it began a consultation period. The government will accept sandbox applicants starting in the summer, with the selection process slated to complete in the fall. So in the UK, for anyone who's listening or watching that's not from the UK, we actually have a Conservative government that's in power at the moment. And I think one of the most important reasons for why they are trying to rush these laws through and get them done, because there is a rush that, I hear it a lot, I'm saying that we need to get this through, it needs to be passed by summer, by July at the latest. I've done a few articles on this in the last few weeks, and there is definitely a rush on, and you say to yourself, well, why? What is the rush if you want to get this done properly? And the reason for this is that it's an election year. I know it's an election year in the US, but it's also an election year in the UK. And so they want to get a handle on this. They want to get this law pushed through so that they can have basically have a say, because there's no way to tell that they're going to obviously win this election this year and they might not be in power in the next go. So it's really important for them to get through any sort of laws when it comes to new technology or anything like that now, get it through, get it passed. And it's so difficult then for the opposition, if the opposition takes power later, to then start reversing it and messing around and doing it. I know they can do it because they would be in power, but it'll just be a headache. And so I think that's kind of the local reasons or national reasons that we're getting these laws put through, because they're a little bit worried and think that they want to actually make sure that it's these laws are in place before they could potentially maybe lose an election. But there's outside pressure as well. There's a global pressure. I think there's kind of subtle pressure around the world where people are learning, the governments are actually learning about crypto, and they're thinking, who's going to be first here? If you are first to put clear regulation about crypto, and you're not a sort of third world country, and where people, you're a country where people feel comfortable investing in, and they feel comfortable in the banks there, and there's not going to be in a bank run, or they're not going to lose the money, the government's going to take the money, like maybe, say, a country like China, then, you know, it could be potentially extremely profitable. So there is a, you know, sort of global rush that's going on, that's a lot more quiet, that's a lot quieter, that's a little bit more subtle, that I think countries are kind of silently competing and thinking, you know, if we don't get a handle on this, somebody else will get all the business. And there's a lot of money out there now, and it's only growing. You know, crypto is not something that seems to be going away, and I think governments are really waking up to this. So it's been a bit of an eye opener, and so they've really got two reasons to, and you could even argue that there's more reasons to get these laws rushed through. So it's a really interesting article, and it's always interesting to see what government thinks of crypto, and see what they say and how they're going to govern and legislate. As always, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any future updates. Everything I put out is time sensitive, and I'll see you all tomorrow evening. Take care.